Good morning, grade 4. A warm welcome to the English class. So children, today let's discuss the grammar exercise from the chapter Lata Mageshkar, the Queen of Melody. So all of you please turn to page number 44 in your textbook. You can see the grammar exercise starting there. So this is about the different types of adjectives. So what do you mean by an adjective? You see a word that can describe a noun. That's called an adjective. So adjectives are words that describe nouns. For example, beautiful song. You see the word song? This is a common noun. Now the word beautiful describes that the song is beautiful. So the word beautiful is an adjective. The next example, wind. It's a common noun. So strong wind. The word strong describes that the wind is strong. So it describes the noun wind. So the word strong is an example of an adjective. And you see the adjectives can be of different types. So adjectives may be adjectives of quality, adjectives of quantity, then possessive adjectives and demonstrative adjectives. So let's see what is meant by each type one by one. So first, the adjectives of quality. So these kind of adjectives tell us about a particular quality or kind of a noun. For example, see when you say kind man, the adjective kind describes that the man is kind. So it is showing a quality of that man. So the word kind is an adjective of quality. Now melodious voice. The adjective melodious describes that the voice is melodious. The quality of the voice is melodious. So melodious is an example of an adjective of quality. Now you see adjectives of quantity. So these kind of adjectives tell us how much or how many. For example, when you say 3 flowers, so the word 3, it describes the number of flowers there. So 3 is an adjective of quantity. Now some people. So the word some refers to how many people are there, right? So some is an example of an adjective of quantity. So now possessive adjectives. These are used to show that something belongs to someone. For example, when you say my book, the word my, the adjective my, indicates that the book belongs to me. So my is an example of a possessive adjective. Now the next example, his room. The word his indicates that the room belongs to that person. So it shows a possession there. So the word his, the adjective his, is an example of a possessive adjective. Now the next one, demonstrative adjectives. Now demonstrative adjectives help us to point at things, to point at something. For example, when you say these songs, you are pointing to these particular songs. So the word these is a demonstrative adjective. The next example, that man, you are pointing to that man, some other person. So the word that is an example of a demonstrative adjective. So now there is a small note given in your textbook in page number 44. This is about the different types of adjectives. You please go through the note and after that we can proceed to the exercise part. So now in the exercise part, it says unscramble the adjectives highlighted in each sentence, identify their kind and write in the space provided. So the first sentence here, see you can see a sentence there. The first sentence is taxi is, you can see a word there. The letters are all scrambled. So that is an adjective given there that describes that taxi. So the word with the scrambled letters, it's an adjective given there. So you read that sentence carefully and you have to unscramble the letters of that adjective given there to find the right adjective to complete the sentence. So unscramble the letters, find the right adjective and rewrite the sentence in the space provided in the textbook. I'll show you the first one. The first sentence is the taxi is, and then you can see a word with scrambled letters. When you unscramble, the letters of this word here, what do you get? You get yellow. So the sentence can be rewritten as the taxi is yellow. So this is how we have to go about this exercise. So go through the other questions also and unscramble the letters, find the right adjective, rewrite the sentence in the space provided in the textbook. So now, if that is clear, let's move on to the next part. So in the next page, you can see a note about simple past tense. We have already learned about simple present tense. Simple present tense is used to describe something that is happening right now, or to describe a routine, or to state a fact. But simple past tense, it is to show an action that happened in the past, or an action that got over, that has already happened. So you see, the simple past tense is used to refer to actions in the past. For example, in the story about Lata Mageshkar, we saw a sentence like Haider gave Lata her first break. So you see the word gave, this is the past tense form of the verb give. So Haider gave Lata her first break. Haider is not giving it right now, he already gave her. It is over, that incident is over. So it is something that happened in the past. So Haider gave Lata her first break is an example of a sentence in past tense. You see, when you are forming the past tense form of a verb, the word may get changed completely, or in some cases the word may not change at all, or in some cases you just have to add d or ed to the ending of the word. So based on how the past tense of a verb is formed, verbs can be regular verbs or irregular verbs. So let's see what are regular verbs first. So the verbs which take d or ed to form their past tense are called regular verbs. For example, dismiss. See the verb dismiss? The past tense of dismiss is dismissed. You see the letters ed is added to the verb dismiss to form the past tense. In the next example, walk, walked. Walk is the present tense form, walked is the past tense form. You see the past tense of walk is formed by adding the letters ed to the end. Now these are examples of regular verbs. So now let's see what are irregular verbs. So the verbs which change completely or which do not change at all in the past tense. Such verbs are called irregular verbs. So when you form the past tense, the word may completely change or the word may not change at all. So such verbs are called irregular verbs. For example, give becomes gave in the past tense form. So give is the present tense, gave is the past tense. See, the spelling changed, the word completely changed. Now the next one, put. The present tense form is put, the past tense form is also put. The word is not changing at all. So these are examples of irregular verbs. So there is a small note about the simple past tense and regular and irregular verbs given in page number 45 of your textbook. You have to go through that note, then proceed to the exercise part. So in the exercise part, there is a question. Here are some irregular verbs. Write their present tense forms. So please look at your textbook, page number 45. Do you see tables there? One column is for past tense, one column is for present tense. So in the column named past tense, you can see a few verbs are given. The verbs are given in the past tense form. Now you have to write the present tense form of the verbs given there in proper column. You have to write the present tense form in the column named present tense. Now you may use a dictionary if needed. I'll show you the example of the first question here. The first verb in past tense given here is ran. So what is the present tense of ran? It is run. So run is the present tense and ran is the past tense. So for the other words given here in the past tense form, find their corresponding present tense form and complete the tables given here. So let's move on to the next exercise. It says, imagine that you made lemon juice yesterday. Complete the paragraphs by using the past tense form of the verb in the brackets. So here you are given a passage, an incomplete passage. You are asked to imagine an incident. You made lemon juice yesterday. So that is something happened in the past. It's already over. It's not happening right now. It got over yesterday. So when you are narrating that incident, you are supposed to use the simple past tense form of the verbs. So here, if you look at the textbook, you can see the passage says, first I dash, in the bracket you can see the verb fill, a jug with 2 glasses of water, then I dash, bracket you can see take a lemon and so on. And the passage continues. So wherever you see the blank, you have to write the past tense form of the verb given within brackets following that dash. So for example, first I filled. The past tense form of fill is filled. So first I filled a jug with 2 glasses of water. Then I took. See, the past tense form of take is took. So it becomes then I took a lemon, and you can complete the passage. So here also, please use a dictionary if needed. Now you can complete the passage in the textbook itself. So once you are done with all the answers, you can take a picture of your answers and send us through Teams. So children, that's all for today. Just complete all the exercise questions that we discussed today and submit your answers in Teams. So we'll meet in the next class with the rest of the exercise. Till then, bye.